Hello YouTubers, welcome to my first Doctor Who Classic Series episode review. Now, I don't think I've ever done a Classic Series episode review before. Obviously I've done one of the new series, well, a few of the new series. So I thought, because I've watched it and it's recently been recovered and people might be interested in the Web of Fear, so I thought I would take my time to actually do an episode review of it, which I feel quite excited about, because The Web of Fear hasn't been seen for over 40 years since it was first broadcasted, and it's really great that we have such a really good Patrick Troughton story back in the archives, with only episode 3 missing, which is still not that much of a thing to worry about, because we practically got the whole story. Just one episode, unfortunately, isn't there. But however, this story is really good, brilliant. I can't wait for its animation in next year. I believe it's getting an animation because, come on, it's one episode, you've got to animate it. And so I'm just going to give you my opinions on the story and a plot, which has been written in iTunes, the iTunes video description of the story, and I'm just going to take its plot from that, because I'm lazy, and I can't be bothered to write my own. So really, this story, for me, I find probably, I have a feeling it's going to turn very overrated by the end of the year. But still, it's still a great story. I can see why it might become an overrated story, because it's really good. I'd definitely recommend you watch it and download it, or wait for the DVD release, depends. That is, if you have any Apple device. So this story was followed on from, it was next to, but it followed on from the first Yeti story, which was The Abominable Snowman, which is also one of my favourite trance stories, along with Evil of the Daleks. Practically all the trance stories are really good. I think I heard that the only exception was the Space Pirates wasn't particularly any good. I heard it was a bit boring or a bit slow, but that might have been the only bad trance story. And I heard the Dominators wasn't that good. But so yeah, The Web of Fear is become one of my favourites. There's a lot of people out there who do really like the story when they listen to the audio, and I bet they're really glad that it's been back and recovered, because I went into it expecting a good story, but not a very good story. But I thought wrong, and it turned out to be a really brilliant, fantastic story. I haven't watched Enemy of the World yet, so that's probably going to be in a later review. So I thought it would be a good opportunity to do my first classic episode review of The Web of Fear. And so basically I'll try and come and think of I'll try and think of a plot instead of being lazy and reading it from iTunes. So basically, the Doctor, Jamie and Victoria get caught up in like a web and get drawn into they get drawn into and eventually land in a deserted London, in a underground tunnel in the undergrounds, and their old friend Professor Travers, who in real life is Deborah Watling's father, I believe. I think his name is Jack Watling, and he has caused one of the Yeti from which he captured to reactivate, which has created an opening gate for the Great Intelligence, which is one of the key plot points of the story and the main villain. And so the Doctor has to try and find some way to kill off the Intelligence before it takes over the whole of London and eventually the Earth. Uh, that was basically my plot, and it's basically trying to kill Travers because he has something of the Great Intelligences, which, of course, the Great Intelligence doesn't like. And the Doctor has to try and defeat the intelligence in order to do so. Now, this story, I hope that my plot was satisfactory, but yeah, this story was, like I said, it was really good. I'm going to try and list all my good points, because I don't think there's a single bad point I have with it. And it also features the first appearance of the future Brigadier Lethbridge Stewart, because he is a colonel in the story, and he's brilliant because Nicholas Courtney actually appeared in a few of the episodes of the Daleks' Master Plan, and now he's playing a colonel for UNIT in the Web of Fear. Now, I think he was brilliant in this story, and so the Doctor Who production team promoted him to Brigadier, and he worked with Jon Pertwee and all the other Doctors, which is really good, because I think Nicholas Courtney became quite a popular icon in Doctor Who, and I think he's brilliant as the Brigadier. I don't think there's any other actor who could be as good as him as the Brigadier. So sorry I'm sounding a bit quiet because I'm actually quite tired, but I'm just going to try and... basically, this whole video is about The Web of Fear is a great story. It really is. And also, I do really like the script of the story. It's a really good script with great casting. I did have a list of a couple of cast names in my head. I mean, obviously we've got Jack Watling, Deborah Watling, Fraser Hines, Patrick Troughton. All good actors and actresses. The acting, of course, is on top form by all the characters, especially Deborah Watling. She's very good in the story, and she's actually one of my favourite companions of the 60. Actually, she's my favourite companion ever, because it used to be Jo Grant, or one of those, or Ace, because she was good, and Victoria Waterfield, I think she probably had the best debut and the best exit, in my opinion. Although Jo Grant did have a great exit as well. She's just a really good companion. I mean, this Troughton era was such a great era for Doctor Who. It's probably one of the best eras there is. Because I think Patrick Troughton is Matt Smith's favourite Doctor, in one of the articles of Doctor Who magazine. And it's where he got his inspiration from, with the bow tie and everything, and his eccentricity. So I think the Yeti are also really good in the story. They're probably better in this story than... they were both good in each of the stories. I recommend you listen to The Abominable Snowmen. Excuse me, because that is also, like I said, a very good story. And the setting I like is really good because it's set in underground, and because it's black and white, it works really, really well with the darkness and the shadows overcasting the characters. It's just really good, and it's probably not as good in colour, because it's really good in black and white, and it's brilliant that now we can see the footage of them fighting the Yeti in the Web of Fear, because that really is one of the highlights of the story, seeing UNIT fight the Yeti. And I watched this story all in one go, because it's one of those stories when you can watch it all in one go. it's like the Seeds of Death, or I don't know who. I mean, I can listen to Evil of the Daleks all in one go, which is really effort to listen to all of that in one go, because that is 7 parts long. I mean, obviously you can't watch the War Games all in one go, because that would drive you insane. But if I had to give a best performance for this story, it would have to be, in my opinion, Deborah Watling, because I can't wait to meet her at Dimensions. It's going to be awesome, and she might be a bit old, but bless her. But yeah, it'll be still great to talk to her about, you know, what was your favourite story, and what was your least, and what's your favourite moment in the show. But yes, so the Web of Fear overall, I would give a 9.5. Actually, I'll give it a 10. 10 out of 10. Because I think if Abominable Snowman was found, then they could create a box set with the 2 Yeti stories together. Because that would be probably the best box set ever. Probably better than the Regeneration box, actually. But yes, so that's my quite short episode review. Like I said, no bad points whatsoever. I also like the Welsh character that we see in like half the story, I think it was. But he's a bit of a bastard towards the end of the story, because he bails out and gets killed. Oh, I just gave you a spoiler, I'm so sorry. But yes, so this is my first episode review where I didn't have to write down a plot, so I'm quite pleased with that. So I hope you enjoyed my episode review of the Web of Fear. I hope you find time to watch it, because it truly is a really good story. I definitely recommend it, 100%. So yeah, that's my review. I hope you enjoyed it, because, oh dear, that wasn't meant to happen. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my episode review. Stay tuned for more videos. I hope to do a vlog sometime tomorrow, and yeah, I shall see you tomorrow, and bye for now.